Yo, what's going on, everyone? So I wanted to make a little commentary video about my world record run and talk about some of the good and bad jank that there is in this game, talk about some of the strategies I've figured out, and just outline some of it so people understand it a little better. I'll try and not use terms like frame perfect or pixel perfect because I don't know if they're true. I just know what I know based off of lots of attempts and my own feel. I haven't gone in there and crunched numbers and counted frames and stuff like that. So yeah, some stuff to show off in this one. And without any further ado, let's get into it because I want to show off what's going on here. So we're going to start off this run, and right off the bat, we could do something that I figured out, which is like the banana ghosts sometimes spawn at these heights where you could get this jump that just kites them underneath you, right? And you could see here that the jump, you get right in under there because they kind of follow your position. Um, and you could just like get them to go right over you. You can actually kill enemies at this height with a really tight window for a shot, so you don't need to slow down at all. This is going to happen a few times within this level where we need to stop and just like jump straight up to kill an enemy, but you could just continue to hold right and get a really tight window to kill the enemy. I guess I'll call it frame perfect. It's not frame perfect, but with a perfect shot, you can kill the enemy without having to slow down. I don't really push a lot of those time saves in this first level because I kept getting to my really good, close to my best time on clearing Act 1. You could go into this act and probably clean up about 2 to 3 seconds, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. So a lot of this level is just memorization. There's one instance of another ghost being up a little higher that we could, and I've done it many times, just keep holding right and kill. But I didn't do it here because I'm, trying to mitigate how many times I die in level 1. You could do it for this one again. And a lot of this level is just memorizing where the things are. We have to slow down for a couple of frames to kill that ghost behind us. You see we can kite that enemy again. Just remembering the positions of everybody and getting your shots off. We could do it again there, where we could save some time. Let's go through here. I know there's a few more instances where we can just keep holding right. But for the most part, it's okay here. And you see we got our little balloon ghost friend following us. We can not slow down there and save more time there. We can also save a little bit of time here, but I didn't do it. We kill the ghost. Sometimes having a ghost trail you will overload what the game can spawn. So if you got like 3 ghosts following you, you get pretty lucky. Maybe it will despawn an enemy somewhere along the line. That doesn't happen to me too often. Here's one time save I figured out a long time ago. As you get to a certain point in the level, these next ghosts will just despawn, but you kind of got to jump under them. And then we go for the quick boss kill. So my boss kills, I have my shot button mapped to my shift key. It's a wide key that I can get both my pointer finger and my ring finger on. I kind of put them on opposite corners, and I just flutter my hand. Like a quick little drum roll. My first world record ever, I used 2 hands to do the drum roll, but I figured out it's actually quicker to do this. So we just flutter our hands, and we kill the boss pretty quickly, get in there at like a 117, close to 118, whatever. Wasn't my quickest boss kill. My boss kills actually felt a little slower today. My hands were a little cold and tired, but hey, fuck it, we got the dub R, so it doesn't matter. And a decent boss kill. So, right from here, here's where there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Sometimes that ghost doesn't spawn there, that's fine. Sometimes a ghost will spawn here, that's just random shit. Here's where we start to talk, and I made another video on this, and I'll try to link it somewhere. I'll link it, somewhere in either this or whatever. But you can actually sprite manipulate a little bit here and grant yourself free passage over the ending of these bridge sections. I'm not exactly sure of the game's science as to why, but I do know that if I fire crucifixes at certain points and move at the same pace each time, the spiders will spawn in a way that is advantageous to us. I managed to get 2 of the 3 spider bridge spawns. I figured out some other sprite manipulation spawns later on, which is what really shot us into the 440s. Still so crazy, but So here, you can walk off there. I don't know if this first shot matters. I'm not entirely sure, but superstitions of superstitions, I just keep doing it. So we fall into the block and we shoot as we're falling, which is what I try to do. I don't know, whatever. We jump there, and then we shoot here. And typically, if my crucifix overlaps a spider or is on screen where a spider would spawn as I move the screen forward, it feels as if the game takes priority for my projectiles and doesn't spawn the spiders. So this actually looks like it shouldn't have worked, but it did, and we could just keep holding right and walk over. That's fine. You know, we just kind of progress through here. You'll see anytime I jump straight up, you could probably assume you can save a couple of frames by holding forward and getting a perfect shot. Here's another instance for the sprite manipulation. Once again, it doesn't look like we should have got it, but we did. Like I said, I'm not a gaming scientist, just doing this all based off feel. So we jump and shoot immediately, and we shoot like around here or so to get it to cross paths with this spider, but it didn't, and we still granted ourselves safe passage, which is nice. So, okay, fine. I'm not sure if I could do much with these spider spawns. They feel different every time I get here. Sometimes there's a ghost that appears here. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes I gotta jump over a spider that's right underneath this chain. And I don't know. You could do your own crunching. It's like if I progress the screen far enough to have a spider spawn, but I don't keep moving and I stop, the patterns are off. So it requires the same path every time and stuff like that. But luckily, we get this pattern here where we could just jump over this and shoot the ghost, which is cool, saves us a little bit of time. We get up there and bada bing, bada boom. So, sometimes it happens here again, but we get a bad pattern here. I could have jumped over this spider if the pattern was a little better, but it wasn't. So I just take the safe shot, and here's the shit. Here's the shit of this game. And even in the recording, you can hear me mutter under my breath, that's what I mean with this fucking game. Like, I've always found, since like the early times of speedrunning this, that sometimes when enemy sprites overlap, your shot will just pass right through them. I found it happens a lot with the spider enemies, maybe because they're impervious. These fucking banana ghosts, as I call them, gain imperviousness through being, you know, like the transitive property or whatever. But you could see my crucifix just goes right through him and doesn't kill him. And I gotta like backtrack for a quick second just to get that shot off. So when you see those two banana ghosts layered on top of each other a couple of times throughout this run, there's always a slight chance that your second shot will go through them or something like that. And you're always gritting your teeth saying, come on, I hope it doesn't happen. It happened here. That's what I mean about this fucking game. Could have saved some time there, but didn't. Okay, so here's the next big time save I found out just the other day. Normally, you jump onto this thing and you'll see in a moment, there's going to be a ghost that spawns in the upper right. We got to wait for him to descend, and we kill him. You know, we actually save a couple of seconds here because I jump and fire at the same time, and it despawns the ghost that would normally be in the upper right, and we can just keep going. This actually saves a lot of time, and I like this. And we could do this for a second time. I never tried doing it for a second time, but it worked in the world record, so I'm happy about that. And this is what you do. You just jump and shoot. Maybe it's because there's a lot of spiders on screen that it works, and the ghost doesn't spawn. But I try to get off as quickly as possible. The ghost doesn't spawn on the top right, and we got sort of safe passage there. Here is just some tight jumps. I jump as the spiders are going up, and you know, try and just squeeze in under them. You can maybe manipulate the spiders here. I've got maybe one time where I got easier passage towards the end, but we didn't get it here, and that's fine because we're still saving time, baby. All right, we come up to here. Here is the third spawn manip. It seems to be more complicated than the other two. I get it about 50% of the time. I don't get it here. In the video I'll link, I do, so you can compare for yourself what the difference is. But we try and jump. Oh, no, not it yet. So, whatever. Fine. We get that little pattern. Here is the... No, another ghost. Okay. So that's... Okay. I had it a little wrong. Excuse me. So, this is just a couple of tight jumps to get through here. Whatever. This is going to be the second instance of despawning the ghost on the upper right that I was talking about. Wasn't sure if it would work, but I just fucking full sent it, and it did. So we save even more time here, which was awesome. I've never got both those in a run before. Okay, now here's going to be the third spawn manip that I was talking about. We don't get it here. But that's okay, because we're still doing pretty good on time. We gotta do a tricky little jump to get around there. Go whatever, fine, you know. Kill these ghosts. All standard fare from here on out. Maybe you can manipulate these spiders to give us better patterns. You can kite this enemy or get a perfect shot to not have to slow down. So we lose a little bit of time there, but again, it's not too bad. But you could get him without slowing down. Another quick boss kill. Not my quickest. My hands were cold, but it didn't matter. We get in there like a high 306, close to my best ever. So here we got these 3 ghosts that come up here. My best way of killing them is to snipe this first one. That's a little further away. Jump, kill the 2 in 1 jump, and then just glide over to the block and save a jump. Here, I don't do that. I don't get it, and I lose maybe, I don't know, 1 to 2 seconds. Not a big deal. But you could just snipe him, and then I backtracked a little bit because I was a little nervous. I knew I was on good pace, didn't want to fuck this up. But you could just jump, shoot both these guys, and then hold right and get on that 1, 2, 3, 4th block by the time I land. We don't get that, but that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Don't know if I can manipulate these guys, whatever. We walk under, we touch the block, go through, jump, 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 whatever, fine. Shoot this guy. Okay, here's where shit gets kind of stupid. So normally, in all the other runs I've done, when you get to the end of this bridge, you see 3 banana ghosts stacked on top of each other. You got to kill one, backtrack, kill one, backtrack, kill one, backtrack, whatever. I found out recently that if I just keep holding right, sometimes I despawn 1 of them, sometimes I despawn 2 of them. If I despawn 2 of them and there's only 1 ghost, it's beautiful. I just hold right and keep walking, and we're good. And I just shoot midair, and we're fine. If I don't, there's a second ghost that pops up that really tight window. Like, even with save states and rewinding, I got this like 10% of the time. That is the scenario we got faced with here, but luckily, I fucking nailed it somehow. I don't know. So we walk off, get him, walk off, get him. That is so close. Here's another weird little thing. Shit, I should have highlighted this earlier. You know what? I'm going to backtrack real quick. I think I know right where it is. Hold on 1 second. Okay, it's right here. So, it has to do with where your crucifix spawns from, right? So, I guess I could show it. I could have showed it on any jump, but... Okay, is it here? So, I think, and this is something I was just thinking of last night that I looked at. I think when you jump and shoot, the point at which your projectile starts is different than if you fall and shoot. So we jump and shoot, right? And I'm going to stop it here. Okay, it's not here. Now this game is making a fool of me. So there was a time, I guess maybe that's random too. This is shit I'm finding out. Well, anyway, when I jump and shoot, sometimes my crucifix starts by my ass. It starts behind me. And I think maybe that could throw some things off. And I thought if you fall and shoot, it starts in front of you. But if you jump and shoot, it starts behind you. But I guess maybe that was a different instance. Oh, wait, no. See? So I jump and shoot here. And look where my crucifix is. It's behind me. It's in my ass. I don't know why. But that's where it is. Whatever. This fucking game sometimes, man. Even when you think you know what's going on, you don't. So anyway, back to here. This is what I thought saved me. So whatever. We get that guy. We snipe this guy. That's fine because I don't want him to overlap with the spiders. This is a little snipe. That's nice. Nothing really too much to talk about there. Yeah, I think it's just all standard fare here. Just a couple of slow jumps. Really hoping that nothing comes from the left-hand side of the screen and bothers me. It didn't. I got really lucky with the amount of left-hand ghosts that bother me in this run. This is all standard fare. We just, you know, walk and snipe and walk and snipe, whatever. I memorized this pattern just so it wasn't novel to me and I didn't fuck it up. So this next part coming up, this next section appears 3 times. And if you get the pacing right, you could do this each and every time. Where you jump over the first spider, you use a little bit of coyote time on the second jump, which is like where you walk off the edge and jump at the last little bit, and you could sneak in under the chain and not die. The chain has a weird hitbox to the left of it, or like surrounding it, and you could jump underneath it, but you can't move around. It's weird. I think I've talked about that before. I won't go into too much detail now. Maybe I'll make a short video one day showing the weird physics of this chain. Because sometimes, is my mouse on screen? Yeah, it is. Because sometimes, like, it feels like the chain has a hitbox that extends way out, right? So if I jump here and touch here, there's a good chance I might die. But if I jump here and jump, if I there and jump, I won't die. But if I'm here and jump and then move, I will. It's weird. I don't get it. The same sort of thing seems to happen with the poison and the lava, the purple and pink stuff, or the green and pink stuff, or whatever. That's something you'll see coming up in a second too. But it's weird. I don't know. I'll talk about that another time too. But anyway, we could just full send it here, and I kept fucking this up, but I got it on this one, which I was happy about. And I told myself I was just gonna full send it on all of these, and we get really lucky that nothing came from the left-hand side of the screen there and messed up our rhythm. Because if it messes up our rhythm, we can't do those time saves. Yada yada yada. We got really lucky with enemies not spawning on the left. Okay, here's where stuff gets a little stupid. This left-hand ghost almost did us in, everybody. So this is easy enough. I don't like jumping straight up to kill this ghost. I like to backtrack a little bit just to shoot him, so I don't accidentally hit him. I should have landed and shot this guy to the left, but I was like, let me move the level a little more forward. And I try and turn around and shoot this guy, right? But you'll see what happens is I fall into the lava, and I don't die. If I had pushed any other button, I think, besides jump, if I had moved, I would have been dead. So this is like you could be in a dangerous zone and not die immediately from it. But if you move, you die. The same thing happens with the chains sometimes. So I'm assuming like the code of it is similar. I don't know, whatever. And we just jump out. And you can even hear in the run, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I should have died there. I think the reason we didn't die is because I think we slightly touched this platform for like a nanosecond. This touch reset our fall counter. Because in this game, you know how they always say it's not the fall that kills you, it's the landing. In this game, it's the fall. That's why you can't jump off platforms. That's why you have to walk off of everything. If you fall for too long, you die. This fall should have killed me. And you would think, oh, it's the lava that killed you. No, but it's actually just falling, because it's not deadly until you fall for too long. I think that reset my fall counter, and I didn't die when I fell to the bottom. Lucky ducky. We get another pattern here. I just full send it because I know we're on good pace, and I'm like, fuck it. And then it's just the final little stretch of the game right here. When I first played this game, and we despawned the ghost, when I first played this game, I didn't know that you could despawn this ghost. I didn't even realize that you could just touch this little blue square and end the level. You don't need to kill the boss. So I died like here by getting hit by the chain. And then I just tried it again, realized you could just hold forward. You never even need to pay any mind to that guy. And you touch the square and it ends the game. So that's it. That's a brief outline over all the tech that was going on in here. I'll try and make another video at some point explaining the death zones and the lava and the weird physics behind the chains. But yeah, this was a fun run. The game that took me 18 hours to beat the first time, get a 6-minute 1cc, breaking down into the 5s, breaking down to the low 5s, hoping for a 459 at some point. We get a 448, whatever. It was awesome. Awesome ride. Super fun journey. Thanks to all my friends who went along the journey with me. That's all the tech I know of in this game. If I find anything else, I'll post it. Maybe you all can go find some crazy spawn manips of your own. But the Siren Song has sung her last chorus. I don't know if there'll be an encore. If there will be, it'll be a reunion tour way in the future. I'm very happy breaking this minute barrier and just resting on my laurels for the time being. I feel like this would be a hard run for me to beat with the execution and with a lot of the bad luck staying out of our way in Act 3. So that's it for now. Thanks for everything, and peace out.